Caitlin is so unhappy with me right now.
Tell him what you just did to me, you bitch.
So we have our microphones clipped onto like this table. It's a small little side table. I moved the side table by dragging it in my carpet, and the sound of the wood dragging against the carpet gave Caitlin goosebumps like up her back. Like I don't know why that bothered you so much. It was like nails on a chalkboard for you.
That was really rough. I just like shoved my arm at her and I was like, look at this.
Yeah, it's all goosebumpy.
Yeah, it makes my teeth hurt.
Yeah, we know you don't like that sound now. I'll be more conscientious.
You're so nice.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. By the time this comes out, I'll have been your neighbor for like a hot minute.
Ew, that's so creepy to our listeners. You're their neighbors?
Yours.
Oh, okay. No, I know.
Maybe theirs. Do any of you live near
next
Sarah?
door to me? No?
Guess where she lives and then tell us if you live near it.
Yeah, and then we'll know. But no, yeah. Soon we'll be neighbors, but this will all be in hindsight, and it'll be so much fun. And
we're like time travelers.
Yes, I love it.
We're talking to them. Oh my God, you guys, we are talking to future you. Past us is talking to future you, but when you talk to us later, it'll be future us talking to past you.
And this will always be past us, but right now it's present us.
Yeah.
This is getting bananas.
What's our theme today? It's a doozy.
It's a doozy.
It's just a normal word.
It's just a normal word. We are talking about travel. That was the theme. It's just travel.
Yeah, travel, vacation.
So we're going to ruin more things for you. Last week was national parks. We hope that you enjoyed those stories.
Cruise ships.
We've ruined theme parks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe national parks and maybe now just traveling in general. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But
let's be real, COVID ruined all that before we had the chance to.
Oh, COVID ruined everything. So my friend was writing in her planner, and the planner says 2020 on it, and there's been all these jokes like I shouldn't have even got a planner at the beginning of this year. And I saw that it said this planner belongs to, you can put your name in, but you don't unless you're 5 years old. And anyways, I was like, you're not going to put your name in there? And she was like, no. And I was like, put coronavirus. And she was like, what? And I was like, this planner belongs to coronavirus. That's how I feel about 2020
belongs to coronavirus.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm excited about our beer.
Yes.
I know it's not Pride Month anymore, but the beer is, so I'm just jumping right into it. Hoppy Pride Pilsner. It's a Hoppy Pilsner for Hoppy Pride.
I like it. The can's all got a rainbow on it. It's really colorful.
It's not just about having pride in how we make our beer. It's about having pride in who we are and what we choose to stand for. Our Hoppy Pride Pilsner is a creatively drinkable, clean, crisp, fun-loving pils. Unique blend of hops, blah, 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 orange, floral. That's a really long run-on sentence, but it says love for everyone. That's from Shipyard Brewing Company in Shipyard, Massachusetts.
How
I made
fun.
that up.
Oh, I'm like, fun. That's amazing.
It's Shipyard Brewing Company in Portland, Maine, South Burlington, Vermont, and Rochester, New York.
While Caitlin's pouring the beer, I just wanted to say that I'm Sarah, and that's Caitlin. And we are Luminal, a true crime podcast, where we have a couple beers and chat about them for a second, as you just witnessed, with your ear balls. No, that was weird.
Guess what song?
Jingle bells. Cheers. All the way.
I like it. It's not as good as the pills we had the other day.
That tastes like inflatable tubes.
What?
I don't know. It tastes like I have a swimming pool tube. I mean, what are they called? An inner tube.
I don't think so.
I feel like there's something very plasticky about it.
I had a dinosaur balloon. Do you remember the one from my birthday that Christy had in her house? So I brought it home. So the other day, my mom came over to help me pack to finish getting ready for moving, and she brought me some stuff, like boxes. I actually had that dinosaur balloon in my bathroom on top of the cabinets, like way up high, because when I had it in the living room, my cat was freaked the fuck out. Like, he was scared of it. So I offered it to my mom, and she's like, I don't want that in my house. Like, because my sister would just end up in her room on the floor. And this balloon has been inflated since my birthday, which was June 7th, and it's almost August. So I cut a hole in it, and I'm like, oh, it must be helium. And I'm like, Mom, do you want to have some of the helium? And she goes, no, that's bad for you. And so I'm like, whatever. So I start sucking it down. I'm like, that is not helium. It tasted so weird.
What was it?
I don't know. But for 10 minutes, I was like, because it didn't, the reason I say it wasn't helium is because it didn't make my voice funny at all. I sucked down a whole bunch of it, and it just made my stomach hurt. Didn't change my voice. So I don't know if it was helium, but it did not taste good and did not change my voice.
Did you get high or anything? Like, was it something
I
interesting?
got a stomach ache and then I just tasted weird for a while.
Ew. I feel bad for you. That's
Christy,
awful.
what was in that fucking balloon?
Yeah, what'd you put in there?
Christy's probably laughing right now and she's like, spit and tears. I don't know.
Things that float. That's all we got. No, I like this. It doesn't taste like a standard Pilsner to me. It's very floral, actually. They weren't wrong when they wrote that. It's light. It's crisp. It has a unique taste to me, though, that is like swimming pools. Maybe it's the crispness to it. It's nostalgic. But yeah, I'd recommend that to anybody.
Anything before we jump into the case?
Let's see. I don't think so. No.
I just have one thing to say.
Okay.
I have to. Have you ever seen the random like skit or not skit, like random little show that's Unpopular Opinion? And this news guy has celebrities, and he starts by going, "Come and give us your unpopular opinion." Something I don't know that what's your unpopular opinion? And then I'll tell you mine.
Just in general about everything.
Yeah. What's your unpopular opinion? Do you want me to go first? Give me an example.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis is overrated. That's my unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion. Ooh, nope, can't say that one.
And whoever just yelled at me, I'm not wrong. Elvis is overrated. I put Sarah on the spot, and now the only thing she can think of is nothing.
You got me. Unpopular opinion.
Come and give us your unpopular opinions.
I'll be
now that you've been scared to say.
Wow.
I just stole that jingle.
Well, yeah,
I didn't think you made
that up. I'll try to think of one throughout. I know I have a variety of them. Mine probably has something to do with going to the movie theaters. I just think movies are overrated. I think going to movies is overrated. I think, I mean, I enjoy watching a movie, but I watch like two or three movies a year. Like I don't give a hell about movies.
That's why all the time, like, Sarah, you have to watch this. And you're like, yeah. And then I'm like, did you watch it? And you're like, no.
I mean, there are some movies I adore, but I just think they're overrated.
The only movie I know you to adore is Love Actually. I don't actually know any other movie that you love.
I love, I don't love very many movies. Unpopular opinion.
Okay. My case is a fucking, okay, let me get into it. So I am going to talk to you about the double homicide of David Miller and Hannah Witheridge.
Okay.
So my sources, The Guardian. No, take that back. Not The Guardian. I was going to use The Guardian, but then it was like, you know, when you click on an article and then you can read the first paragraph and it's like, subscribe if you'd like to read the rest. And I'm like, no.
That's not our budget. Not in our budget.
So not The Guardian. Sorry, it's only because I didn't want to pay.
Let's start listing people. We're like, and we decided not to use these ones. Sources that didn't make the cut.
The Guardian. Telegraph UK. Time, an article by Charlie Campbell. Change.org. The Sun UK. Belfast Telegraph, an article by Neil Lansfield. Irish Independent, an article by Kate Ferguson. And Murder in Paradise, which was a documentary made in 2018. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen any movies, Caitlin. No, documentaries don't count to me. Those aren't like, I'm talking about like fiction movies.
Yeah.
No, but that's a very intriguing title.
Yeah.
Murder in Paradise.
Okay. Holy shit. Literally the only way to start this case.
Okay. Everyone take a holy
and I found Murder in Paradise on YouTube. That's why I watched it. So yeah, I'll tell you everything you need to know from it, but you could watch it yourself if you'd like to see footage.
Just so you guys know, you're allowed to watch YouTube.
You're allowed. So it all started when two people chose to travel to Thailand for vacation. That's where the story starts. Hannah Witheridge from the UK was 23, full of life, sweet, adventurous. She was on a break from her post-grad studies. She looks a lot, we'll post pictures of them like we always do. She reminds me a lot of Bernadette from Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
Like really pretty, really small, like.
Just a cute.
Side bangs, blonde hair. Just, fucking 23. She's a baby.
Yeah.
When she told her family of her plans to visit Thailand, specifically the island of Koh Tao, they actually like told her not to go. Her mom was like, Thailand is dangerous. I really don't want you to go. And Koh Tao, which I had never heard of, and I'll talk about it more. It's an isolated, beautiful, like stunningly beautiful island, about 250 miles from Bangkok, like the capital. But it's this little isolated island, fucking beautiful. It's a super big travel. It's an extremely popular destination, especially for Western tourists. It's known for its beaches because it's an island, clear water, nightlife. The island gets around at least 500,000 tourists per year.
Oh, wow.
It's just beautiful. It has a bad reputation, and I'll get more into that.
That's sad.
So Hannah's on her way, and David Miller, 24, so just a year older, traveled to the island around the same time in September of 2014.
So they didn't go together.
No, they didn't know each other until the island. So he's also there. So it's, separately.
Well, it's kind of cute. Well, I don't know what happened, so it might be terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know if they're lovers or if they're murderers. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did say in the beginning that I'm going to talk to you about the double murder of David and Hannah, but
I only didn't listen to that part.
To be fair, I listen to you a lot less than times when you've stopped listening to me for half a second. So
yeah, sorry.
No apology needed. I had it coming. David, I actually got confused because it kept saying 2 British people, but then it was like, David's from Jersey. And stupid, arrogant American me was like, New Jersey's not in Britain. I'm like, they are allowed to have a Jersey too.
and they do.
I'd never heard of it. That's the place you've heard of? Jersey?
Yeah. Yeah, well, because we have the New Jersey. I mean.
Is that where the name came from?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
She didn't know that
I did not put that together at all. Come and give us your unpopular opinions.
Americans don't know anything about geology. Wow. I just said geology. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. education system at its finest.
And that's the popular opinion.
Jesus. Sorry, David was from Jersey.
Not the new one.
Oh. David was super outgoing, close with his family. The documentary just was like, he was like the life of the party, like super outgoing guy. Oh. The two met one night at a party on the beach in front of their hotel. They actually kind of met by chance. They'd both chosen to stay at the same hotel while they were on the island. So they met, and then one night on September 14th, 2014, around 7 p.m., they were at a party, having drinks with friends, getting to know each other. Around midnight, they separated. This timeline is what I could piece together from different articles.
Okay.
So around midnight, Hannah and some friends headed to another beach bar, but like on the same beach. David was seen on CCTV at a supermarket, kind of around the same time, like midnight. And then around 2 a.m., he met back up with Hannah by their hotel, like on the beach. Most of the articles said that Hannah and David leave the bar together to go walk the beach. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I also found a couple that I'll get into later when I talk about the timeline more. Maybe they didn't leave together, but most of the articles said that they left, like friends say they left the bar together.
Okay.
But they end up together. So either way, they're on the beach together. They're just meters away from their hotel. They're not far at all. Like their hotel's on the beach and they're like down the beach. They're not far. So whether they left together or whatever, they end up together on the beach. The next morning, the owner of the hotel, I'm going to get the name wrong, even though they said it in the documentary, I still couldn't really, Montriwat Tuvichin. I mean, probably way off, but he will be important.
Okay.
So the next morning, the owner of the hotel says he's awakened by one of his staff to hurry down to the beach. There are 2 bodies on the beach and blood everywhere, all over the sand, rocks. There's like a full murder scene on the beach.
What?
So Hannah, as police would soon find out, so the 2 bodies belong to Hannah and David. They're found on the beach. This is the very next morning. Hannah, as police would soon find, was raped and brutally beaten to death, and she was found lying on the beach. David was found 12 meters away in shallow water. He had been beaten and left to drown in the water. He had water in his lungs. So from what they can tell, he died from drought. So it was almost like they beat him unconscious and then left him in the shallow
he breathed
water.
in the water or whatever.
Yeah. There are some articles that say David didn't leave with Hannah. One theory is that she went to the beach. Like, it's hard to tell from my research if they went, but so some people think maybe she went to the beach and that David left after her, but stumbled maybe upon her being raped and tried to stop it. And that's so they either left together and were killed together, or she left and maybe he stumbled upon it and either tried to stop it or whatever. And police's original theory right away was that Hannah must have turned down a man's advances, so he raped her. Police at the beginning said sexual jealousy was the motive. And then like all these rumors starting that Hannah and David were fighting with someone at the bar. So also near the bodies, they found a garden hoe completely covered with blood.
Ew, no.
So that's
so scary.
So that's a murder weapon. Like the murder weapons left at the scene. It's a garden hoe covered with blood. That's what they were beat with.
Oh, those poor people.
So police are called to the scene. All 6 officers. That's all they have on the island.
Oh, no.
6 police is it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They